Now we're going to put that Series 217 in, and I rethreaded all the bolts and the plate to make sure that the bolts will go right in. We're gonna lift, I'm actually gonna lift it up. I probably should start using a lift. I have a car lift right here. It makes it easy, but your co-host doesn't know better. But we're gonna put it in. One thing I do is I have my drive shaft, so the bolts are gonna go just like this on the driver. And you do have to get it around these cross bolts right here to hold your mule drive. So that's a little bit of a stunt show. It's not a big deal. 3 bolts on each side to put it in. I have it caught on something. There we go. There we go. That one fought just a little bit putting it in. You can see the holes right there are pretty much, I'll get my hand out of the way, are pretty much lined up. So we're gonna start putting the bolts in. There's one. Now we're not going to tighten them up until we get them all in. The other side will be a little bit, on the left side, will be a little bit tougher because of the steering rod. And you want to make sure you can get all the bolts in, because sometimes they don't go in real easy. I already started buffing the hood out. We're gonna do that on another video. This machine here is gonna look really nice. Now, one change I am going to make, because it has duct tape all over the firewall, I am going to put a firewall out of regular 782/1811 in it. And the reason why, I just want it to look nice. It is a lot easier to put back on because of the ground right here. Get the punch there and line that up good. Actually, this rear bolt will probably go right in. It's off just a little bit, but I see that I did miss some dirt in this area right here. Cleaned off. This actually, as you saw earlier, wasn't really that dirty. Amazing. They took a paintbrush to it here and there. I'm gonna wet sand it out. I'm gonna do that in the video a little bit later today. This machine is getting ready. Actually, we're gonna put some pulling tires on it. My nephew, like I said, is gonna pull it. He's a big Alice Chalmers fan. And I'm pretty honored that he's called his uncle, and he has a very good channel, Little Bent Wrench. Look it up. He loves his Chalmers, and I love my Chalmers too, to be honest with you. Even though I came from a red dealership, I like my Chalmers. 200 is one of my favorite tractors. When you drive a Chalmers, oops, I'm going the wrong way. If you drive a 190 XT or a 200, boy, they were quite the tractor. I was at the Memorial Day parade the other day, and a gentleman had, good customer of mine actually, because I've been in the big tractor salvage for years. He had a 200 in the parade, and it was a natural. It wasn't repainted or anything, and I thought, boy, I wonder if I could get that bought. So, because in my collection, I have other brands. I'm not a big John Deere fan, but we own 3 3020s over the years. Still have one left. A 3020 John Deere will go where most four-wheel drive tractors would never think of going. They were just that well balanced. No power, but now we'll go over to the other side. We'll get that tightened up. Then we're going to get the controls on and get the dry shaft hooked up. Good shape there. Let's get the choke hooked up. Takes a 1/4 inch. Now I'm using a magnetized socket. In my opinion, the choke is one of the toughest things to hook up. For some reason that's not hooking up right. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Takes a 1/4 inch to do this also. Now we'll put the fuel tank in. Make sure everything, oh, I didn't have it right. get that fuel hooked up first. Interruptions, I'll try to get it edited in. So it was probably been smarter to put the starter wire in when I put the motor. I had it tipped on the side, but I didn't. But you can put them in this way right here. Actually, I'll do it, start it. Using a magnetized socket to do that. We have to plug the motor in and we're going to fire it. We have the fuel all hooked up. I'm pretty happy with that. The only thing I'm going to change is the fuel filter. I don't like how that one's bent and it's leaking a little bit. So we're going to correct that issue. I'm going to show you the panels. I've already started to put rubbing compound and wax on them. There's the side panels there. I'll show you the hood real quick. Had some where they sprayed, well, they didn't spray, they used a brush paint on it, and I had to get it off. There's a little bit on the grill housing here, so we'll get that buffed out. Going to use some Wizards Turbo Cut. Waiting for my afternoon delivery from my auto parts store, and I'll get that all shined up. So I will be making another video putting all the cosmetics on it. We have to do a little bit of work on the fenders because they brush some paint on them too. So we'll get that off. If we have to, we'll wet sand them a little bit and get them nice and shiny. So thank you so much for tuning in. This project here, I was interrupted quite a few times, but it did come together. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. So appreciate you watching this channel here. And look forward to the next video, seeing it get all buffed out and looking really sharp, and we'll see you on that video.